I gotta go this time. Okay, come on.
Chloe, move.
Jeez. You too. One more.
Okay, hi, Bruce.
You have to get in the video.
You got to get in here. See what's going on.
So we got Lorcana in finally.
You sure?
Cow. Can we even sell this now that it's a couple days late because everyone's probably moved on to something else because that's the world we live in?
I know, it's already dropped. It's like $50.
I know, it's crazy. It's like first the market in this stupid industry now where you lose out on so much profit. The attention span of people. Oh, there's a blade. It's just crazy. This industry's rough. Like I said, I don't complain too much. We complained a lot yesterday about stuff. I'll keep those videos coming. I think people actually enjoy those. We're actually looking to like a better vlogging camera and stuff, and I'll just kind of just take the camcorder and record when thoughts come to me, and I think that's the way I can keep up with good content here and keep everyone entertained. Lorcana though, let's talk Lorcana, let's talk Lord of the Rings. So let's talk singles that missed reprints. The market's not terrible. Yeah. I've seen worse summers. I've seen worse summers in my lifespan of doing this as a business. Magic market is not terrible. What the market is telling you, Wizards, is they don't want reprints.
Yeah.
Nobody wants reprints. Stop putting them in list. Stop doing secret layers. Stop doing master sets. No one cares. What they want is new content, and they want the market to have some breathing room with the old content. When you have stuff like Commander 2019 that is still at distribution level, we know, and they've already reprinted Dockside Extortionist, and they've already reprinted Ragavan, and they've already reprinted all this stuff that is still at distribution level available in sealed product. We know it's too much. Whereas Lord of the Rings, healthy. Whereas Lorcana, healthy. Whereas, new stuff coming out for other games, still quite healthy in the scope of things. Yes, they're not 2020 levels or 2021 levels where we had all that stupid free money and FOMO and everyone thought they were going to get back into their childhood hobby and take a mortgage out to finance it.
Sorry, I'm just looking at the boys.
They're scared over there. Like Kevin's on.
Kevin's yelling. What is it? You're hiding, boys?
I beat you guys. If someone needs to call animal control.
What, Brucey? You're so cute.
Spoiled dogs ever. They don't need to call animal control. It's on Buttons.
Buttons likes to bite you. I wish we could get a video of that. It's hilarious.
That doesn't happen until 8 o'clock at night.
Yep, and just
then
get
the
bit.
Zoomies come out, and then I get bit in the butt. All right, so here we go, Lorcana. So here's my first impression.
Open, yes.
Let's be as blunt as possible. Do I think the game will be successful? Yes. Do I think it will be massively successful? Yes. Do I think it will last the test of time? Yes and no. This is Hearthstone. This is Hearthstone, guys. Lorcana is going to be incredibly simple for people to learn, but there's a reason why Magic is the greatest card game for 30 years, and it's because of the complexity of it. I've heard so many complaints about like Magic being really, really hard for new players to get into, but the beauty that Magic has encapsulated that no other card game has ever come close to is Magic is fun at the beginner level, it's fun at the intermediate level, it's fun at the competitive level, it's fun at every level that you are at in Magic the Gathering. There's something for you. You just have to kind of find that little niche to play in.
Yep.
Things like Hearthstone gets incredibly repetitive at the competitive level.
Yep.
The burnout of Hearthstone competitive players was through the roof. There were so many cold turkeys when people were at the top of their games. And in fact, some of the reasons why those competitive players only stayed as competitive players is because of the money. They hated it. You can go and find so many videos by a lot of the pro Hearthstone players that absolutely despise the game. But it was just, because it was just so linear. Every game was just the same thing over and over.
Yep.
When I've been watching Lorcana gameplay, and I know I'm going to get dislikes for this because, Jesus Christ, Lorcana's a cult at this point, with people being
Disney.
fanboys for Lorcana. Because they cannot take constructive criticism.
It's just more Disney.
I don't want to hate on your game.
I'd
love to sell your game. I'd love to sell your game to death. I'd love it to replace Magic and have a healthier ecosystem. The tweet last night from Lorcana was actually really, really solid, where they stated they're going to support game stores before they go big box stores. Apparently, Zach, they're just going to trickle things into big box stores, and the lion's share is going to be going through your. We need to change distributors too. I didn't even know the other distributor was going to get it because I don't want to deal with this one for it. But anyway, that's what's going on with Lorcana. They do need to tighten their game though, because this is just going to allow fraud.
Oh my gosh, are you serious?
Oh, yeah. So we'll use this one for the store. I'll show you. So here will be our store. You can just pull packs right out.
Are you kidding me?
And it's still sealed. So there's a lot of problems. They need to tighten their game with a lot of stuff. And I understand people are like, well, just wait till Lorcana has more content. Here's the problem. Here's one of the major problems I'm having with Lorcana. People are like, well, Pokemon, well, again, Hearthstone has this as well. the stack is the most beautiful thing in the entire universe.
Yeah.
Games that have the stack, even board games that have some sort of interaction in response to doing stuff, is the most beautiful thing. It leads to interaction. It leads to creativity. It leads to bluffing. It leads to so many things.
Pocahontas is
There's
in there?
not a lot of stuff that Pocahontas.
Oh wait, that's not Pocahontas. Sorry.
Yeah, Pocahontas. That is
That's
Pocahontas.
not
No,
Pocahontas.
that isn't, is it? Yeah,
that's the Hawaiian movie, right?
Yeah, I don't know much about late. I know early Disney. I don't know late Disney at all. But anyway, yeah. So again, people. Will I think it'll be a good game? Will I think of a niche? Absolutely. Is it? But Pokemon kind of suffers from the same thing. It's why Pokemon has never got to the level of Magic as far as playing. People will argue with me there. Well, look at Pokemon sales. It's all collectors, guys.
Yeah,
like,
it really.
It's night and day how many people actually play. Oh, speaking of which, though, I was getting even more distracted when I say Lorcana. Did you see the Pokemon? Have you ever watched like Pokemon final videos and stuff?
I just barely. Why?
Just go look at the atmosphere around it. Like the event.
Yeah.
It's good.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I've seen that
what
before.
The world is why can't Wizards of the Coast do anything right? They have the best game ever, and then they just like half-ass everything. Oh, we'll just rent a place in Vegas and then call it good, and not have enough judges to even, staff it, or not even do anything while we're there. Just have a bunch of vendors and not even have like again. I've told this story before. Sorry, I'm kind of amped up today. I've told this story before, but the pro tour that I made many of you might know that I made a pro tour, and the pro tour that I went and played in was the most heartbreaking thing of my Magic career because of how sad it was. Like day one or day zero, you show up, you're supposed to register. Everyone has to go for this little players meeting, ghost town afterwards. So everyone's hurrying, signs up, gone. Okay? Nothing happens. No like meet and greet, nothing. Boring. Like no one even cared to even stay around. I don't know. Like we had a little lobby, but again, Wizards wasn't doing anything. The buck stops with Wizards. Day one and day two, of course, were pretty good, but that's a long time to be playing Magic the Gathering. So as soon as the event is over for day one and day two, you're tired, you want to go out and do other stuff besides Magic. Again, but there was no spectators, there was no, when I went to Pro Tour, you could bring a +1 if you wanted to, like a spouse or a friend. Anyway, day three, which is the finals, it was an absolute ghost town. When Craig Wesco, who won the tournament that I went to, the Pro Tour Dragons that I went to, when he won and held that trophy outside and they're taking all these like glamour shots and stuff, ghost town. No one was there, no one cared, everyone was on. I was talking to a lot of pros that there was going to be a Grand Prix that week in Hawaii or something, and this was in San Diego. So they were already like, I got to get on my flight and go to the next one, because that's the kind of grind that Wizards of the Coast had at that time period. And it's kind of sad. So hopefully Lorcana can actually do better. It looks like they have. They've done all sorts of trailers for this. They've done all sorts of like gameplay support and whatnot. And so anyway,
show us a pack
Wizards
of
of
that
the Coast, though.
real
Wizards of the
quick.
Coast, you failed everything. You should be ashamed. Have you seen too about stores are freaking out about? So I looked up more of that XP stuff, Zach. So Zach was kind of like, we got this email from Wizards saying that if you attend the pre-release, you get like 1,000 XP, but it caps at one pre-release. And then all the store commerce are like, yep, you just want me to send my customers to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So, it's kind of a like, I don't know. They really need to figure out a way to start really supporting organized play. And I get it. I get that's why people are so happy with Lorcana, because it's new, it's fresh, everyone's excited about it. Magic is kind of dull, but again, Magic isn't in a bad shape with the sales of Lord of the Rings, and open carefully.
Stop attention. One of the boxes is really light, and I want to know what's in it.
I don't even know what's in it because they didn't even send us an invoice. like I have no clue what was coming. I just got charged, and then, like, nothing. So, this looks like it's the starter decks. These starter decks. And we're going to try to play it here. I don't like, since we live in a really small town, we have Pokemon and Magic, I typically don't like to start new games, because all it does is pull from our already hurting player base of other games. So we got this, the first chapter, starter decks. And if you are a patron, guys, the only fair way to do this is go on Buckos, because it's just going to get scalped if not. If I try to be like, okay, I'm going to, reward old patrons, I'm going to reward, I don't know, it's just going to get scalped. And I think the fairest way is for let us to, recoup some of the losses from Commander Masters. And, when this is actually available for orders, then yes, I'll just pay the money up
there's
front,
just
I'll
nothing
order
out
it,
there.
and
That's
I'll be
the
able to
problem.
get it for you. But for right now, when it's such limited supply, that's
like 8 boxes was it, or?
The next stuff I am going to start fulfilling stuff and, going through patron loyalty, the people who've been with me a long time. But most of this stuff we're going to have to just use for the store, actually.
Yeah.
So the rest of the stuff will end up on Buckos. This looks like it's another starter deck. So we're talking about some starter decks here.
That's
But
neat.
we had some interesting things happen today. We have a bunch of randos, like I said, calling and showing up at our store. And then
Yeah.
I think, and Zach was like, well, we might have some Lorcana, but it'll be at market price. And the guy got all like huffy. And I'm like, who do you think you are? You're going to flip it on eBay. You're an out-of-towner. You drove here from somewhere. You're trying to scalp little stores that don't know any better or prey on their goodwill. We've never seen you in this store, ever. Not one time. This reminds me of Flesh and Blood all over again when people were driving here from Vegas to try to get first edition Crystal War boxes and stuff.
I know.
Never
the amount of calls.
Remember the guys that I actually helped out with it too, because they're like, "We're gonna play it. We're gonna play it." I'm like, "Okay, well, I just want this game to be played. I don't want to be scalped." And then I'm pretty sure they just chucked it up on.
Yep.
They
Exactly.
didn't even stick around in the store. I thought they were gonna actually like,
Yep.
Anyway, that's kind of my thing. So it's funny how like a lot of people, you know, they hate these game stores because they're like, you're greedy. You have, but I mean, you kind of have to be. Otherwise, everything just gets scalped. And it doesn't go. Like, we're going to give our locals good deals. I've got a couple of boxes set aside for MSRP for Tom. Shout out to Tom, since you've been such a loyal customer. You have one here that is set aside for you that we will be selling.
What is that?
These are the, I don't know.
First chapter, oversized foils. Yay, that's all I want is oversized foils.
I don't know what this is. What is this?
Oh my gosh. Just makes me
Is this
sad.
like an event kit or something?
Ice.
Oh, this is the gift packed, I think.
Oh, is it?
I don't know what
that
this
doesn't even
is.
have a UPC on it.
It doesn't.
Shipping label here. No, I think this is. This has got to be.
No, I'll open it up and see. I hope I don't ruin something.
Oh, look.
This is
Hi, Bruce. Sorry, Bruce. Look, the order form. We can actually see what's going on. So what are you up to, Bruce? Hey, Bruce, do you have a cracked tooth?
Oh, okay. This looks like it's promotional materials in here.
Did we go sit and wait in the vet for half an hour?
So I guess we got everything signed up properly then.
Okay, well,
So this
I
looks
didn't
like
hear
it's
anything
promotional.
else about it.
I know. We can't even log in still, I don't think. Yeah. Looks like it's promotional material here. So if you're in the area, come play some. Whoa, you almost stabbed yourself there.
I don't care. I've already been stabbed so done. If you guys remember, Kevin stabbed me that one time. It was video proof.
So yeah, if you're our local, come and we'll try to do a little tournament for it. Like I said, it seems like a fun game. Going back to it, my only problem is I think it's just going to get old real quick. I was watching gameplay, I'm like, man. And in fact, even like a lot of the more pro players are already like, yeah, this game's going to go to a mill. Yeah, this game's going to, they knew how it plays out. Like, all you have to do is survive up to this, and it's over. And you can say the same thing with Magic. But Magic does have way more depth and complexity. Let's be real, people.
Yeah, we're at 13 minutes. That's just going to be more.
This just need more?
Yes.
So we have Lorcana. Maybe I'll show some screenshots later on of what it is and maybe do a box opening. Maybe I'll do a Buckos definitely for a box opening. So I'm going to throw a Buckos up on the Patreon. So if you want a box opening for Lorcana, we'll have a quick, fast bid. And that way I can get a video up and, yeah, we'll be good to go. So, yeah, this is going to be more of the same. I think there's some One Piece in here, too. There's some, we'll hurry and open up some stuff here.
My arm's just falling asleep.
I know, we'll have to get the view on camera, and I apologize for everyone that I sound like I'm on crack, because yeah. Holy,
what the heck?
Popped there. That was loud.
So just more of the same
this
thing.
This looks like more Lorcana.
Yeah, this one's really, really light, and so there should be 2 kits in there is what it said.
Two event kits?
Yeah, I'm like all over the
schedule
place.
Some event kits. Let's see. And this was packed by good old Rita. Rita, you did a good job packing so far. Except the one that exploded and almost killed us.
That must have been stuck to the tape or something. Yeah. And
nope, more. So I don't know what happened to the. It just looks like this. All this is.
I don't know. I'll have to look at the order form, but that's it so far. Product name. That's the retail kit.
Retail kit.
So what's in that? You're gonna have to cut it.
No, it's not even taped. Okay, it is.
Yes, it is.
I found it.
Welcome to my life. No, it's gonna open from that end. It doesn't open from the middle. There you go.
Looks like it's gonna be posters.
Ooh.
Just some posters for that.
Oh, it's a wall.
To
Oh, it's one of the. I hate these window clings.
the window cling. Yeah, we don't have any more window space. Anyway,
all right, there's that.
We'll get back to everyone here again as soon as this is available. We'll start ordering it, but that's kind of a catch-22. As soon as it comes available,
it's gonna get
is
cheaper.
anyone gonna want it? And then will they want to order it?
Yeah.
So of course, when it's going for triple the price, people want it. But it's kind of a catch-22 in the collectibles world. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this video, Kevin.